Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Trantum's first attempt at an art video, and my family is outside cleaning up and they cannot help me because it just started to rain. So I'm going to do it myself and just be patient. So what we're going to try to do is make a background of an ocean, perhaps a little seaweed and stuff at the bottom, and then we're going to make a rainbow fish for the top. And if you can see, and I'll move it around, those are like foil, really cool foil scales on our rainbow fish, so we're going to try to make some of those too. Okay, so for the background, I found in the cabinet some tempera paints and some watercolor paints. So first thing I'm going to do is, like Mrs. Zettergren taught us, activate the watercolors by just tapping a little bit of water or holding it above and activate. I want to activate my greens, my blues, my purples. So I'm going to let that sit for a second. With this guy, I just dropped you can see that, that's just water, and I just dropped some water in a paper plate with some blue and some green. I'm going to make some blue-green over there. And then over here, I'll mix a little blue and purple, add some water, make some watery blue and purple. And I don't know, what's the purple and green going to look like? We'll try that out too. So I have a giant piece of paper, and I'm just going to paint the background with this tempera paint. Some pretty blues, ocean blues. Now, you might not have a foam brush. Maybe you've got a regular brush, or you have an old paintbrush in the garage. That would be good for this too. So that works just as well. And I can paint all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom. Of course, you're going to ask Mom and Dad where they want this to happen. And definitely not on the dining room table. Okay, now what if I do my watercolors? Grab some of that blue there. It was activated. There we go. That's a nice light blue watercolor. And get some navy blue as I go deeper. And add a little maybe green down here. And just blend my colors. More water, some purple in there. Oh, great stuff. Okay, so you can have fun with your background and painting your ocean. And then if you want, at the bottom, bring up some seaweed and give it some leaves and have some fun at the bottom of your page. Cool. Now don't forget when you're done, we used iodized salt and some sea salt. I pulled some out over here. When the paper's still wet, you can drop that on. Drop on the wet paint. Don't wait till it dries. And it will make it look like a frothy ocean. I'm going to leave that alone and let it dry. When it's totally dry, carry it carefully outside and brush off all that salt outside. Okay? Now for the fish, I sketched it out in pencil, and there are so many different fish scenes in this book. You could do the fish swimming away, or fish giving his scale away, whichever one you want. Smiling, dismayed. You could make one of the other fish. Here's a yellow and green fish. Here's a purple fish, purpley pink. So I'm going to make the rainbow fish today, and I sketched him out in pencil. I took my Sharpie. Again, please ask Mom and Dad before you use Sharpies where they want you to work. Make sure there's something, whoopsie, under your paper. Okay, now for the scales, you are welcome to draw them in like this, and then color. I pulled out a huge thing of markers. I also found some crayons, and lastly, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but I found some colored paper, and I thought, well, I could cut scales. Here I go. I'm cutting, I'm sorry. It's green paper. And you could cut, okay, I just cut that out of there. I had folded it to save time. And so that made 4 scales. A couple of yellows, a couple of blues, but you can pile up all your papers and cut out scales and then use your glue and glue them on. To make shimmery scales, I got a little bit of aluminum foil. And I actually liked it better if I kind of crumpled it a little bit and then unfolded it. It gave it more of that shimmery look. And you can cut them with your scissors. Always use your art scissors, not your fabric scissors. And I'm just going to quickly cut out a scale here. I know you can't see it. I'll get a videographer next time. Woo. And then layer in with your other scales, your shimmery scale. In this picture on the cover, the rainbow fish even has little shimmery fins, so you could have fun with your aluminum foil cutting out and gluing if you'd like. And if you do your, I'll pull this to the side, look, the magic of video. Here's a fish. I colored these with marker, and then I glued on my shimmery fins, and scales, I mean, and you can see I didn't crinkle these. I really like it better when they're crinkled. See the difference? Isn't that cool? All right, and the one last thing I discovered was I did these in marker, and then I went over with crayon, and I darkened it up a little bit, so I thought I'd show you right here. On the book, the edges of the fish and the edges of the areas of the fish are darker. So that's what I was trying to replicate. So I'll show you right here. I just went over with this crayon right along the edge and darkened up the edges. Add a little bit of interest with your crayons. All right. And then when your salt is rubbed off your ocean, can we see it? Is it making it? Nope, it's not dry yet. That's a mess. Glue on your fish, and you've got a rainbow fish scene to go on the wall and brighten someone's day.